Hey you, yeah, you. If you're running a high-ticket coaching business and you're doing anywhere between $10,000 to $100,000 a month, I need you to stop scrolling, put down whatever you're doing, and watch this video. Because what I'm about to show you is either gonna make you feel incredibly relieved or mildly sick about the amount of money you've been leaving on the table every single month. Probably both. Here's the thing about the high-ticket coaching model that nobody wants to say out loud. It's broken. Not broken as in it doesn't work. It works. You're making money. You're closing clients. The funnel is converting. But you're also paying for 100 leads every single month and monetizing 5 of them. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you've always known that the other 95 leads were worth something. You just didn't know what to do with them. Every month, you run ads, generate leads, convert maybe 3 to 5% of them into paying clients, and watch the other 95% walk out of your funnel and straight into the arms of your competitors. Then on the first of the month, the scoreboard resets, the expenses land, and the whole beautiful grind starts all over again from zero. Sound familiar? Good. Keep watching. Now I could stand here and tell you that the problem is your ads or your copy or your offer or Mercury being in retrograde, but it's none of those things. The real problem is that your business has one door, a very expensive door. And anyone who isn't ready to walk straight through that door on day one just disappears forever, taking every dollar you spent to acquire them along with them. Think about what that actually means in practice. You pay to bring in 100 people into your funnel every single month, 5 of them buy, the other 95 leave. And you spent real money on every single one of them. Then next month, you do it again, replacing the 95 that you just lost with 95 new ones who will also leave. And the month after that, and the month after that. I genuinely cannot think of a more expensive way to run a business. The wildest part? Those 95 leads weren't bad leads. They were interested. They showed some interest. They went through your funnel. They just weren't ready to hand over $5,000 or $10,000 to someone they just known for the length of a YouTube ad. Which honestly, fair enough. Neither would I. The problem isn't the leads, is that you gave them nowhere to go. Let me draw this out because I want you to see what's actually happening inside of your business right now. So here's what the typical high ticket model looks like. For every 100 leads that you pay for through paid advertising, roughly around 10% of those leads book in a call. Then from those 10 book calls, maybe 7 shows up. And then from those 7 that show up, you might close 5 into high ticket clients. Now, the big question is, what happened to the other 95% of leads that didn't buy your high ticket offer? What generally happens is these people, they end up falling into what I call the high ticket black hole. This is where they end up rotting on the email list. Yes, maybe they open a few nurture emails, but eventually these people go cold and they end up working with a competitor. Now, instead of these leads and these prospects falling into this black hole, what if instead we could actually transition them into a recurring revenue floor at $97 per week? And for every 95 leads that you lost inside of your high ticket ecosystem, let's say that we converted 20 at $97 a week. Well, now you've added around $8,000 in monthly recurring revenue from the exact same leads that you were already paying for and the exact same ad spend. And this recurring revenue, it continues to stack and compound every single month as you continue to market your high ticket offer. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Dan, this sounds great in theory, but does it actually work? Let me tell you what happened when I ran the broken version of this model for 3 years. I built my coaching business to $265,000 a month. Sounds incredible, right? 12 staff on payroll, a calendar that was basically just a list of sales calls, and profit margins sitting at about 22% after I paid for everything. 22% on $265,000 a month. You do the math and tell me if that sounds like a freedom business. Every month, I started 6 figures in the red before a single payment cleared. I was stressed until we broke even, and then I was grinding, chasing just to get back to where we were 30 days ago. I was making money and spending money at exactly the same speed, like some kind of financial hamster wheel that was designed specifically to keep me too busy to notice how little I was actually keeping. Then something shifted. I stopped asking how to close more clients, and I started asking what would happen if I built something that paid me, whether I closed anyone that month or not. So I added a floor. 12 months later, the business was doing $100,000 a month at 70% margins with 1 VA and 0 sales calls. Less revenue, more than triple the profit, And the first of the month stopped being the things that I dreaded the most. And other coaches started asking me how I did it. Scotty launched the recurring revenue floor 2 days before Christmas. I know, terrible timing. Most sensible people would have waited until January. Within a few days, 20 people had come through without a single sales call. 3 of them upsold to 2,000 paid in fulls, and 4 new clients came through on autopilot while Scotty was at the beach with his wife eating Christmas lunch. The first thing we do together is build what I call your Godfather offer. This is the entry point to your floor, and it's the difference between a lead disappearing forever and a lead paying you every single week. Get this wrong, and it doesn't matter how good the funnel is. Get it right, and the people walking out of your main funnel every month walk straight into your floor instead. We spend real time here on the pricing, the positioning, and the way it sits alongside what you're already selling without competing with it and without undermining it. Because done right, saying yes feels like the most obvious decision that your leads have ever made. Ibrahim plugged the system in on a Sunday. By Friday, he had 17 clients through the door. He now has over 100 people paying him every single week at $97 a week, which is nearly $40,000 a month in recurring revenue from the leads he was already paying for and previously getting absolutely nothing from. Didn't change his ads, didn't change his offer, didn't hire a single person. He just stopped letting his leads disappear. That's what the second phase builds, the recurring revenue engine. This is the automated system that takes every lead that your high ticket funnel is currently losing and gets them paying you weekly without you lifting a finger. The funnels are pre-built, the automations are done, the follow-up sequences are done, the workflows are done, all of it is sitting there ready, waiting for your offer to slot into it. And your high ticket offer, it stays completely untouched. The people coming through the floor weren't going to buy your high ticket offer right now anyway. You're not cannibalizing anything. You're just finally giving the 95% of leads somewhere to go. Jess hit 54 signups in a single week and generated over $11,000 in monthly recurring revenue before she even finished building everything out. She wasn't running some crazy ad campaign. She just activated the floor with the right traffic strategy pointed at the right offer. And that's phase 3, working out the fastest path to your first clients through the door, whether that's through retargeting campaigns, your existing audience, or both. And then we launch. Most coaches have people coming through the door within 48 hours of going live. Then there's Diarmid, who made $10,000 in a single day from upsells alone. 4 clients upgraded to $2,500 each. 2 of them were still on their trial period when they bought, because they'd been inside for long enough to not need convincing. That's phase 4, the system that maximizes what every client inside of your floor is worth over time. We work on retention strategies, bolt-on offers, and ascension pathways that moves a percentage of your floor clients into your high ticket program every single week, pre-sold with no pitch required. So that's the system. 4 phases, a floor underneath your business, and leads that used to cost you money every month, starting to pay you every single week instead. Now look, I could dress this up with a fake countdown timer and tell you that there's only 3 spots left and the price doubles at midnight. But that's not how this works. And frankly, you're too smart for that anyway. Here's the reality. Every month without a floor, you're paying for leads that you'll never see again. And that's not a scare tactic. That's just the math of running a one-shot funnel. The scorecard below, it takes 2 minutes. I want you to answer 7 honest questions about your actual numbers, and you'll see what your funnel is costing you every single month. And if we're not a fit, you're still gonna walk away knowing exactly where that leak is and what to do about it. I've capped this at 60 members because I don't have a team and I plan on keeping it that way. And I'm not willing to compromise my clients' results in the name of scaling. So if you're ready to find out what your funnel is actually leaving behind every month, complete the scorecard below. Or don't, and keep paying for leads that go nowhere. Entirely your call. But if you're still watching this, I think you already know what to do. Complete the scorecard below.
Dan Suckling.
I want to talk to you about Dan Suckling.
Dan Suckling.
Dan Suckling. Dan Suckling.
Dan Suckling. He is a marketing freaking genius.
What he teaches for paid advertising, because it is bar none the single most impactful thing that has led to just exponential growth inside my business.
I don't think people understand what he can do for you.
In my first month, I did 19K in the first month.
You know, my pipeline blew up.
Since implementing his strategies, I've tripled my monthly revenue.
The results have just been nuts. I had more clients come in this month than I ever would have imagined.
Dive into Dan's program. It is
no-brainer.
And in the last 10 days we've been on Dan's program, we've made a little over 6.5 grand in sales.
We were able to go from 20, 30 clients to over 200 clients in a 3-month time period, which is just absolutely bonkers.
I promise you, if you have this guy by your side, there is absolutely nothing he won't do. He will go through hell and high water to ensure you get the result, okay? This guy's got a huge heart.
If you guys are struggling, you guys need to hop in here.
You will not be disappointed.
I would stop sitting on the fence and I would just get stuck straight in.
Definitely highly recommended.
Can't recommend it enough.
Best investment you can make.
I'm not sure what your alternative is, but he is the man. He will get you results. You just have to do the work. It's completely changed my life.